Hey, I'm Jon Thelen. Today I'm Fish Head. I'm up on the St. Louis River right out of Duluth. It's a pretty neat place. It's Duluth Harbor right here, and man, I'll tell you, I enjoy coming up here. I just started coming back up here last year. Charlie talked me into coming up here. I'm up here with Charlie Nelson. He guides out on the St. Louis River. There's some dynamite walleye fishing, and we're gonna fish a little different this year than we did last year. We're in a little bit different spot. And we're gonna show you how to catch fish up here in shallow water. So stay right where you're at. Fish Head's coming up.
Fish.
Hooked up?
Yep.
You don't get much time doing what we're doing.
No.
Charlie, step over toward that edge a little bit for me and I'll come in here. Here's the deal, we're fishing in such shallow water that we got 25 feet of line out there. I mean, that's it. I mean, that fish will be here in no time. So one of the things you gotta do though, is you don't gotta be in a huge hurry. Once you got them hooked up in this shallow water, they're gonna fight real hard, and you don't wanna just start horsing them too hard right away because they'll shake and get off on you sometimes.
About 6 to go here.
Okay.
Should be starting to see some color.
We're getting there. Good eye. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Unhooked himself on top of it. Look at that.
There you go.
That's what we're after today. Right there. Real simple deal. We're out on the St. Louis River, and that's what we're chasing right there. Just good eater-sized walleyes. There's going to be some better fish that show up here and there, but
Yep.
I'll tell you what, you fill these up real fast out here, can't you?
A lot of these little males now are coming down after the spawn, and
So they've been upriver, and they're working their way back down.
Yep, and now they're feeding out on these big shallow flats and primarily looking for perch.
Yeah, when Charlie's talking shallow, let me tell you how shallow we're talking. We're in 6 feet of water right there. That's awesome. That's a great start. I'm gonna throw this guy in live well. I'm gonna take a few home today.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
I think we got one out here. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Fish
he's on there. Let me get this one out of your way.
Yep, he's on.
This is real simple. When you're running in shallow water like this, all I gotta do is just pull that rod over to this side. I mean, I think this is so cool when you can fish for aggressive fish in scenarios like this. Why don't you go ahead and step forward and I'll grab that board for you. Is he still there?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, river fish, I don't know that there's a walleye in the world more aggressive than a river fish. And that's why you can get him in this shallow water. Oh yeah, he's still there. He's just kind of coming with you. Go ahead and start reeling. I got a lot of slack here. I'm holding on him.
Got it.
I don't know what he is. Does he feel decent?
It's a walleye.
No, I just meant as far as size, it felt like he was swimming with me. So it's hard to tell.
We got about a, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Well, it seems that we have Charlie on the right colors.
We do.
This morning.
We do.
That's a good thing, right? I'm gonna measure him up and let you get that unhooked. Another great fish. There's a 14 or a 15-inch minimum
right
here on the St. Louis River, which is a great thing. That's part of what's keeping fishing so doggone good out here. But there's a ton of that size fish in here, so you got to be really careful. You got to make sure that you're there. And this one, man, I felt like this one was going to be close. It's not even close. 17 inches. That's an easy dinner fish right there. We'll throw him in. We're keeping fish today. We're going to have a fish fry tonight, but that's awesome. Now I just got to figure out how to get one of these wally divers off of Charlie because his side's catching fish. I think he's got the right colors to start. That's awesome right there. One thing about fishing, this river and really any river is you're gonna deal with a lot dirtier water most of the time. And you look at here, I mean, heck, I'll tell you, you get within 2 feet and you still can't see the lure a lot of times. And one of the things I like to do, no matter what rivers I'm fishing, is do a lot of color changing. And you know, it might be a deal where I'm thinking a lot about bright colors, but I'll also tell you that sometimes it's just about changes. It's just about putting different things down there because something is going to trip their trigger down there. It's not always bright ones in dirty water. A lot of times, you know, it could be a simple white one. But making those changes throughout the day makes a big difference. If you just throw out your favorite crank and you just start pulling it around, a lot of times what ends up happening is you do a lot of just pulling it around. When it comes down to it, if you're willing to make changes throughout the day and keep changing colors, all of a sudden you find a little something that clicks. And that can change hour to hour. It can change based on the wind. It can change based on the light penetration that you got, you know, whether you got clouds or blue sky, and you know how high the water is. And you know, the higher the water, usually the dirtier it is. So just keep changing as you're going. No matter what river you're fishing, just keep changing those colors and you'll usually find something. There's a lot of different crankbait options out there when it comes to walleye fishing. Seems like everybody's making crankbaits now, but let me tell you what we're pulling today and let me tell you why we're pulling them. These are walleye divers, and that's what we're using today. I mean, we're using baits that were designed from the beginning for fishing for walleyes. The walleye diver was one of the very first walleye based crankbaits, and I'll tell you what makes this bait so good. If you look at the St. Louis River where we're fishing today, it's a shiner based system. That shape looks like a shiner. You know, there's also perch in here. Well, that shape can look like a little perch as well. It really does everything you need it to do. It's got a great action, dives, pulls nice and straight, does everything you need it to do. And just last year, a bunch of new colors were added in these walleye divers. Doesn't matter where I go fishing. I mean, wherever I'm trolling cranks, I've always got walleye divers as an option because when it comes down to it, they just flat out catch fish. From my tournament days back when we were fishing all the way down into Bull Shoals, Arkansas, up to Sault Ste. Marie, out to the Dakotas, across to Wisconsin, or right here in Minnesota, it's pretty tough to beat a walleye diver. There's one right there.
Kind of quiet about that over there.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know if it's, we'll see. Maybe it's better than I think, and he's just swimming with me. He hit it, and I thought he basically hit it and missed it. But no, it's a good walleye. He was just swimming with it. Look at that. That's what'll happen.
Oh, in there.
Look at that.
How many times
Same
today?
thing. Same thing, huh? Look at that. Awesome fish. That's awesome right there. One after another. Ooh, there's one. I'm gonna hand you that off, bud.
All right.
Huh. You get going against the wind a little bit. It makes everything a little more complicated. We were just kind of resetting here. So we had a few things get a little bit awry, got hung up in a stump, and you know what?
Better
Feels
fish?
like a decent fish. Yeah, one of the things you want to do when you get into this wind too, keep that board up as much as you can in the tops of the waves. Because those boards, what can happen is all of a sudden you get yourself down in the bottom of a wave and it can submerge the board.
I got another one.
Do you? Okay. You take care of yours and I'll handle this. Go right ahead. Get him started. What can happen though is you can submerge a board. The minute you submerge that board, this walleye right here, he's got a chance to get off. Got him. Look at that, right on the back hook. You got another one on there, bud?
I do. I'm gonna come to your side.
Okay. This is a really good eye right here. Look at this.
Oh, there
Man,
you go.
That's an awesome fish right there.
So I think I stayed out of that one.
Okay. Look at that right there. That's awesome. That's just an awesome fish. You see what I can do to get this lure out of here in time for you, bud?
I can slow down.
Yeah, go ahead. Slow her down a little bit. I'm close to being ready for you. Here we go. This is a fun fire drill right here.
Let me switch.
Yep. It just goes to show you though, these fish, they'll get in a pack together, and that's what happened there. We just came through a pack of fish. Why don't you go ahead and step a little closer to the edge there, pal.
Okay.
There you go. You get a little closer to the edge, and that way I got a little more room if he wants to get under the boat.
We are right here. It's.
Ooh. Look at that. Ooh. Best one of the day. Awesome way to wrap it up. Got himself unhooked right in the net. I'm just going to hoist him right out of here, show him to everybody, and then we're going to throw him back. What a great day. That's just a great day of fishing And that right there is what you can do. You get out and pull cranks on shallow flats and rivers. This is easy fishing. Get out and do it. Wally Divers, it's a simple deal. You know, 25, 30 feet of line out. We've been just whacking on them all day. That's awesome.
It's fun.
Get out and do this. It's a
fun.
ball. Get rid of that fish. That's awesome. We'll call it a day with that one.
All right.
Good job, buddy.